Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Inside Cornerstone, your weekly look at everything going on at Cornerstone First Global Methodist Church here in Alexander City, Alabama. I'm Brett Pritchard alongside Pastor Billy Coleman, and we're glad that you've joined us here for another week. And 4th of July week was great around these parts, wasn't it?
It was great. It was hot. It was great. And for us husbands and grandfathers and fathers, it was work days.
It was a lot
Daylight to dark.
A lot of work, a lot of cooking, a lot of different things.
Getting out and putting up.
That's right. But it was a lot of fun.
Though.
Yeah.
Blessing.
Yeah. Weather was nice. Had some spotty rain. I don't think anybody complained when it did rain because we need it. We need it badly, and we're getting a little bit today too. So that's a blessing.
Yeah.
But glad that you joined us out there. We'll talk about this week's sermon. Obviously, we'll have a clip. 2 weeks of patriotic type.
It's something I've never done, but it was kind of neat. We had themes of patriotism in the service before and after 4th of July. And, you just can't get enough patriotism, right? Especially in this environment that we live in now. Yeah. So it was, I don't know, I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, it was a blessing.
It was great. We enjoyed it. And, of course, had communion this past Sunday as well, which ties into, what Jesus said. Do this in remembrance of me. So I thought it tied in very well.
Thank you.
With what we did. And again, we want you to be involved with us here at Cornerstone. You can check us out on social media, on Facebook, everything that we do and the things that we have upcoming right there for you to pull up to see. You can also go to our website at cornerstone-gmc.org. That's the way to get with us online. So a lot of ways to figure out what we've got going on, and we do have a lot going on. Thought the show last week was really good. We kind of went down, a rabbit hole and discussed technology and the things that we how important that is, and the good and the bad,
and the ugly.
And the ugly, yeah. I think that would be a good movie, right? So.
It is a good movie. I like it, and I like the song.
That's right.
The theme song.
Absolutely. It's not your ringtone, is it?
No. But you know what my ringtone is?
Just regular. Just a normal ringtone.
That's right.
Normal ringtone.
I'm so boring.
I like to turn my ringtone off a lot of times. So get tired of it calling. But anyway, this past week again was great. Moving into the latter part of the summer already.
Brett, I'm amazed. We have our staff meetings on Tuesday, and we have a great time in those. And it gives us a chance to cut up with each other and, bring the barriers down, But we got so much stuff going on. We're having 2 camps this week for the children, and then we're only just a very few weeks away for the young people that are going down on the beach. And, they're having their experience down there. It's a big retreat. And we start talking about our plans. We were going to have a Unity Sunday this summer. And we had it scheduled for this Sunday. We'd all said, what? How are we going to do that? And but it is great to have lots of things going on, and it's beautiful.
You bring up something. We got a lot that we want to cover today, so I want to try to get through this. And David, when you get involved with David Hand, you know what you get into sometimes.
He almost burned up this weekend.
I'm gonna tell a little bit about it. What went on?
Do.
Okay, so 180 Boston butts that we. Big Mike's barbecue.
And thanks to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who also almost burned up.
He really almost burned up.
I know.
And I got there right after the.
You did?
I just missed it because my shift wasn't supposed to start till 11 o'clock at night. So, anyway, this is. Look, I'm just gonna tell it all. All right, let's
do that.
So, but Mike Lucas, who got the meat and got it over to the big smoker over there.
And it's big. It's a monster.
It's almost as big as this room, and you needed it. But anyway, had a lot of men out there helping and coming in waves, and they started smoking those Boston butts about noon to 1 o'clock.
I'd say that.
Yeah, and so David's like, we need some guys to come up here and when we take them off and wrap them and pack them in the coolers. We need some coolers, and he said if you can get up here, you know, we're gonna start wrapping probably around 11:30 to midnight, and we'll be done by 2. Well,
go on.
Yeah. Well, I know better than that. Anyway, get up there at 11. They're checking the temperatures on the Boston butts, and they
just wouldn't get up.
Yeah, and it wasn't because of the fire. I mean,
I was there too.
The whole building about burned down. So, but when you're cooking that many, you know, and
it's a lot of grease.
It is, and again, a lot of people don't realize those Boston butts have high fat content on the outside, so it's kind of an insulator. So you're not allowing the heat, and so you get 1 or 2 here or there. So every time you pull one off, you move things around. Anyway, long story short, about 6 a.m. the next day, we had pretty much pulled all of them off and stacked them in the coolers. Right. And then, of course, David had to haul the coolers over to the church, and there was another shift of people that were going to meet over there and help distribute them to everybody.
We did that.
I'm telling you, you talk about a night. But, you know, we had good fellowship. The good thing is we had good fellowship. Willie Lemon and, you know, Steve Presley and Adam Sanders, and, you know, there were a lot of us out there that came and went. I know several were before us and that left. I didn't see, but you know, just Jim Tremelling and
the fire truck.
And Mike Knox. The fire truck said, "Well, we're not coming. We can't come help you. Y'all got to get that. Y'all got to get that figured out your own." But anyway, why were we out 2 days before the 4th of July cooking Boston butts in that number? To raise money for the trip, like you just said, for our youth to go on here at the end of the month. So,
and you know, you may know this, but raised $5,000 for that.
Absolutely, raised $5,000.
Fantastic.
Cleared $5,000. That's pretty much going to cover the cost of the bus. Going to be close, but gives all of our kids an opportunity to be together, traveling, and then not spread out. So
safer.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So, but if you've never experienced a 180 Boston butt cook-off, we did, and like I told Mike at like 2:30 in the morning, I'm like, surely we're getting up to temperature, and he'd go stick the thermometer in there, and he said, man, it's still like 148, 149. So you got to have
it. That's in the middle of it.
Yeah, you got to that's in the middle. You got to have it up around 160. Yeah. You know, and these things, they keep cooking when you wrap them. And you put them in. So, but
they cook in the cooler.
Oh, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Stick them in
there.
Yeah,
so you get it up to around 160, and then you're good. But man, you're like, well, we're going to watch the fireworks for 4th of July in a couple of days from this smoker.
Yes, you did. You absolutely
We actually had some daggum fireworks coming out. But it takes, here's the thing, and the reason I tell that story, and I had a great time. Literally, I looked down and, you know, I know that's a long time, 7 hours, 7+ hours almost out there. Just the shift that we were on, there were other people that spent that much time. Right. But when you're around a bunch of good guys and you're doing it for the right cause, it goes by fast. So we had a great time, and we knew it was for a good cause. And thanks to so many of you out there that purchased those. I hope you enjoyed them for the 4th of July because they smelled good, and we were able to sample some. That was a good thing. That was a good thing.
I absolutely believe
there was an opportunity. Mike came prepared with sauce, and also we were able to get some of the burn ends that were left on the grill.
I know. That's some of the best
part. Yeah. So there are perks to it.
Serena and I took about 30 of them or so to Sylacauga and delivered them. Right. And thank you to the Sylacauga community for supporting us like they did. But I told them, I said, just check for any fingerprints or teeth prints that you might see, and I'll make sure I exchange it for you.
They were really, really good.
They were good. We had them too. They were good.
It's hard to beat barbecue on the 4th of July. Isn't that what you do? Supposed to.
That's what I've heard. Right? That's right.
All right. Up against our first break of the show. Stay tuned. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
The good guys at Alex City Marine are ready for your boating needs all summer. And now you can get up to $4,500 in rebates on our huge selection of new Landau Tritoons and sacrifice pricing on remaining 23 models. Alex City Marine also has a new fleet of rental boats for fabulous days on the water, whether it's service, new pontoon selections, or rental boats. See the pros the locals know. Alex City Marine on Cherokee Road in Alexander City or online at alexcitymarine.com.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
Hey everybody, I'm Brett.
Billy?
And I'm Matt.
And we want you to join us each week for Inside Cornerstone. Coach, Matt, excited to have this show on every single day throughout the week leading up to Sunday.
Jesus Christ is going to be glorified in everything we do. You won't just be listening to messages. You're going to be hearing about things going on at our church.
And make sure you join us at our worship services 9 and 11 o'clock.
Join us each week right here on Inside Cornerstone on WAXC TV.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside Cornerstone. We like to have a good time out here.
We were yipping like turkeys.
That's right.
And Kane doesn't even acknowledge it. He
He's
just says
like, man,
5,
I wish-
4,
He's like, I don't
3.
wait till they can finish,
Yelping and gobbling.
and gobbling, and then I'll count them down to come back. So, anyway, we do
That was
have
fun.
a good time. And moving into the next, we've got camps. I mean,
Yes, sir.
this has been the summer of camps, but
Yes, sir.
we've got more camps coming up. And
And I know a little bit about them.
well, I'm gonna
We'll see
I'm
how
gonna
it
turn it
goes.
over to you first. All right, so we've got we got one coming up July 19th through the 21st called Poplar Point Camp. I'll let you talk about that in just a minute. But before that one, we've got one coming up July the 15th through the 17th for 4th through 6th graders called Kids on a Mission Camp. So
You want to talk about that one first?
yeah, let's start with that one first.
Well, the kids have been doing things throughout the year, making things, some little ornaments and little pictures and things like this that would bring joy to somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
Some mission projects. For example, there are some toys that they need at the hospital for children to be able to use while either someone in the family's in the emergency room, and they just need some stuff like that. And our kids are going to provide that, and they've made much of that. And so what they do during this 3-day camp you're talking about, they take all these things that they've made and they go out and distribute them. They'll go to nursing homes and maybe give them a flower or of some sort. They'll go to shut-ins in our church that, you know, don't see a lot of kids, and they'll go there and they'll see them, give them something, sing to them.
Sure.
They're practicing some songs. So all those 3 days is taking all the things that they've done and using them for other people. That's a pretty good lesson to be learning in the Christian faith to our children.
Oh, absolutely.
That you don't just make it, take it home and put it in a closet. We're making things to take to people. So that's what they're doing those 3 days. It's not so different than our mission project.
No.
They're just not going out there and cutting grass and raking leaves. They're taking people that need love, and they're giving them representations of Christ and the cross and all those things for them that they made. And they love it. A lot of these people will cry when they get it, and our children love it.
Well, I think the biggest part of what I'm getting out of all this is teaching your young people the reason you go and do things, and you go out and to help your community and help others. You know, going back from Project 412, like you said, to these camps where they're making things to go take to other people that may be, could just be the highlight of their day.
Yes.
But understanding that it's not just about you going to a camp having fun, but there's purpose behind it.
Oh, yes.
And learning, you know, that's one of the things that we talked about with Project 412, and having really the teams say, all right, this is for you. These projects, we're going to be here as adults to guide you. But this is your project for the next 3 days. You're going to go out here and you're going to know what it feels like and the rewarding feeling to go out and do something for somebody else in your community.
You remember, Brett, they had the art camp. What was that, a week or two
ago?
ago?
That's right.
Well, they're taking all the things they made at the art camp, and they're going out and distributing them out to people that would really love those things in the community. I love that. You want to talk Poplar Point?
Yeah, let's go to Poplar Point next.
Right. So Poplar Point is we're taking a group to a little hidden gem in Coosa County. I bet most of the people listening don't know where that is, but on Highway 31, we all know where Coosa Central is, the high school. I used to call it the new school. It's not new anymore. But anyway, if you're going back towards Sylacauga on 31 from Coosa Central, you go, a couple of miles, and then you turn off to the left. It's off in the woods. It's a hidden gem. It's unbelievable. They've got a swimming pool. They got putt-putt courses.
Wow.
They've got great accommodations. They have their own cooking staff. They'll be cooking for the kids and making things that they really love. And last year, I speak to them on Friday nights, and at least that's what it's been so far. And last year, they went in the fall, and they had to just look at the swimming pool. In the fall of the year, you look out there, but you can't go swimming. The weather's not good. Yeah, and they all said, please, can we come back in the summer next year so we can actually use the pool?
That was almost torturous.
It was.
The pool out there.
Well, I think the key to the whole thing, the thing was temptation. Well, and so we used that. But anyway.
Goal accomplished.
They're going to go in the summer so they can use that, get outside. Outside, that might be debatable as hot as it is, but, really enjoy things that they could not do at the first one. But when I spoke to them, I was shocked. I'm telling you, the accommodations.
I'll be honest. Until we started talking about this and planning, the church planning for this camp, I'd never heard of it.
You would be surprised. It is a really, really nice.
That's awesome.
Got great supervision. Everybody's super friendly. Plenty of stuff for the kids to do. And if I'm not wrong, they will come back on Sunday morning. They'll have a service, and they have speakers throughout this. I think it may be 4 of them. And then Sunday morning, they will have a speaker that will share a little message with them, and then they'll come back to church. It's just a great time. And, I can say this right before school starts. I mean, we're about to start school again.
I was going – that's exactly where I was going next. I mean, usually when you get to the week of the 4th of July, you're coming down the home stretch of summer. Yeah. And
football teams start practicing.
Well, they haven't stopped.
No,
I mean, really, I mean, in this day and age now with athletics, the summer camps, the play dates, all sports, they never you have a couple of weeks off after graduation, and then you're back to workouts, summer play dates, 7-on-7 camps, all that kind of stuff going on.
And I don't, I'm a coach, former coach. I really don't like that.
You don't ever get a break.
No, you almost force kids to play one sport. I played 3 sports in high school, and the only reason I didn't play 4 is because they wouldn't let you.
Right.
But then you go from sport to sport, and and when you start going year round, you can't do all 3 year round. Mm-hmm. And they offer baseball and basketball and football 7-on-7s all year.
It's all year long.
But I get it. It's got its good points too. So.
But again, the summer's already short now. You have that. So. We're looking at here in Alexander City, official in-service convocation day is August the 1st.
Unbelievable.
Look,
used to be Labor Day.
I know. Well, again, that's
a long time
that's
ago.
A whole nother deal.
Yeah.
You've lost, in essence, a month because you've got the calendar the way it's built now. Mm-hmm. With a fall break and
that's right,
and different things that you go. And of course, you always have spring break. Mm-hmm. But anyway, getting back on topic here.
They're going to hear Christ.
Right.
They're going to have messages given by adults that really care about them. And they've got adults and youth going with them to help supervise.
And those are 3rd graders through 6th graders.
That's right.
So
they're going to have a blast.
But here's in summing all this up, because we got several other things we want to get to before we close the show out. The activities that our church has provided for our kids
and adults
and adults all summer. Man, you have not longed for anything to do.
Right.
If you didn't do anything, it was your fault.
There's plenty of opportunities.
There were. I know. I'm going to say this. We've got the Harris House, which is adjacent to our property there. But do want to say that look, we got some visions and some things that hopefully again we'll be closer to announcing soon. But got a new roof on the house.
That house was in the process of really leaking, and we didn't want to lose it. And so we walked inside thinking that we would have to just tear the whole thing down.
It's in really good shape.
It was unbelievable how good a shape. So
I was expecting the picture you'd painted me. What am I about to walk into? And then I get in there and I'm like, man, this isn't bad at all.
It was worth preserving for whatever the reason.
Man,
but we think we got a great reason for it.
Oh, we got a great reason. And the church is going to be able – the church is the real winner here. The church is going to be able – this is going to provide more space for Sunday school classes.
Absolutely.
And other events, more small groups.
It's an outreach.
You can't ever have enough space. You can't ever have.
I think it would. There was talk, and I get it. Looking at it from the outside, that maybe it should just be torn down. That would have been a mistake.
Oh, it would have been.
No, it looks pretty good from the outside. Yeah, it does.
All right, so up against another break. Stay tuned. A lot more to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
The good guys at Alex City Marine are ready for your boating needs all summer. And now you can get up to $4,500 in rebates on our huge selection of new Landau Tri-Tunes and sacrifice pricing on remaining 23 models. Alex City Marine also has a new fleet of rental boats for fabulous days on the water, whether it's service, new pontoon selections, or rental boats. See the pros the locals know. Alex City Marine on Cherokee Road in Alexander City or online at alexcitymarine.com.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
My memories is who I am. And how important it is sometimes for us to remember things that are super important. Last night, I was blessed in a whole bunch of ways when I went to the Transplant Olympics of America in Birmingham. Games that are made for people who have had transplants, very much like the Olympics. Every state pretty much was represented, and they'd call out the state and they'd come down. It was very much like the Olympic ceremonies. But as I watched the entire part of this program, and of course Wesley has been invited to be in that. He's going to be playing basketball and tennis in these Olympic Games. So that put us in our seats that day. But as I looked at that last night, I thought that everyone in that room was sharing a common memory. Everybody that was there was remembering. Because they shared a experience that had a lot of the same qualities. They were in the room praying. They were talking to the doctors. They were getting news about people who had made a donation to them so that they could live. And then those donors' families and some of the living donors, they came in and marched in a very large group. And we were all living a memory that brought us together. I mean, it was all the different states. So you had Auburn, Alabama, Texas fans. You had Nebraska fans, Penn State fans. You had all of them. But because of that common memory that they all had, none of that mattered. The important thing was that single event that we all experienced that brought everybody and put everybody on the same page. And I thought about the sermon today, and I'm still excited for the example that I get to share with you from last night. And I'm looking forward to watching Wesley play in those games. But the experience of seeing the donor families and the recipients of this unbelievable thing called transplants. It was absolutely amazing. The word memory is a Latin word for mindful. And the things that we think about because of our wonderful experiences in life determines who we are. I would say one of the most dreaded diseases that we face in our society today is a thing called Alzheimer's. And what makes it such a terrible and diabolical disease is you lose the ability to remember. And sometimes we see members of our family or friends that forget people that were very important to them in their life. My father experienced some of those experiences, and I witnessed how diabolical that disease could be. Of course, he had some other things going on too, but they eventually forget themselves. They forget who they are. And the reason they forget who they are is because they forget who everybody else is. Because who everybody else is, who lives here in our memory, that is who we are. And if we lose those experiences, then we lose ourselves. Our country needs to be something that we remember. I don't get it. And if you want to get me stirred up and get me hopping from here over that, back on the floor, then talk to me about how we could possibly live in a country that will fire a football coach who kneels down and prays with his team at the end of the game. And he gets fired in the state of California. Tell me, how is it possible for a school system to have a Saturday voluntary prayer event, and the Freedom of Religion group from Wisconsin tries to make a big deal of it, thinks that the superintendent should get fired, and that this is no way, that you can't even wear a cross at school? You can't wear a shirt with Jesus' name on it? We need to talk a little bit. I'm going to make a memory. All you young people out there, quit coloring on your coloring books. Look up here and listen, because I want to create a memory for you, okay? I want to create something that when you turn 16, 20, 30, 40 years old, and you have children for your own, I've got something plugged in up here in a memory that you can recall. Our forefathers that started this nation were believers in Jesus Christ. Now, I don't know how we've come to the conclusion that they were atheists and agnostics, probably because the Church of England was taxing them like the government does and was not being the church of Christ like it should have been, and they came to this country. But I want to share some things with you, and I'm going to start with the father of this country. George Washington said, "You do well to wish to learn of our arts and ways of life, and above all, the religion of Jesus Christ. It should be our highest glory to add the character of Christian." That's our first president. Thomas Jefferson, our third president, said, I am a real Christian. That is to say, a disciple of the doctrines of Jesus Christ. Patrick Henry said, being a Christian is a character which I prize far above all other things this world has to offer. John Hancock said in a prayer that all nations may bow to the scepter of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Alexander Hamilton said, I have a tender reliance on the mercy of the Almighty through the merits of the Lord Jesus Christ. Benjamin Franklin said, as to Jesus of Nazareth, the system of his religion is the best the world has ever seen and is likely to ever see. Samuel Adams, one of our other presidents, I rely upon the merits of Jesus Christ for a pardon for all my sins. And John Quincy Adams said, My hopes of a future life are all founded on the gospel of Christ. Those are the leaders of this country that founded this nation, and they founded it on a belief in Jesus Christ. One of the reasons that we have forgotten that to some point is because we are so far away from when that happened, and we haven't had enough people to teach us some of the truths of those early people that made this nation what it is today. When I was superintendent, we had to check the stinking history books every year to make sure that those that were producing those history books were portraying our history like it needs to be portrayed. And I'll tell you what, in many of those books, what I just shared with you is not in there. It doesn't talk about their faith. It doesn't show pictures of George Washington with his horse behind him kneeling down at Valley Forge. It doesn't show the pastors that started every meeting of the Continental Congress with a devotional, and all the people in the Continental Congress got on their knees and prayed that God would lead them in the decisions that they were about to make that day. So next time when you're wondering about it, remember the old guy that got up and told you that Sunday about all the leaders in this country that professed their faith in Jesus Christ. We need to remember that and not forget it. It is the foundation of this nation. And we are currently in a war to remember what our forefathers were really all about. I'll get excited on the next point, okay? We also need to remember in our faith. And there are plenty of scriptures that lift that up. For one thing, there's a power in remembering. The early church in the book of Acts loved to have those disciples there because they were the ones who were with Jesus. And when they told their stories, when Peter talked about when he was walking on the water and he slipped and Jesus reached his hand out and picked him up, that he forgave him after he denied him 3 times. When Thomas talked about how Jesus walked over to him after his resurrection and said, "Go ahead, place your hands right there. Do what you've got to do, Thomas, to believe." When they told those stories, it excited the church. They made a memory in their mind, and they would not forget. And there's power that comes when we cling to the memories that the Word of God gives to us. There's power in that.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
The good guys at Alex City Marine are ready for your boating needs all summer. And now you can get up to $4,500 in rebates on our huge selection of new Landau Tritoons and sacrifice pricing on remaining 23 models. Alex City Marine also has a new fleet of rental boats for fabulous days on the water, whether it's service, new pontoon selections, or rental boats. See the pros the locals know. Alex City Marine on Cherokee Road in Alexander City or online at alexcitymarine.com.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service, that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone. Final segment here on Inside Cornerstone. Just saw a clip of this past Sunday service. Hope all of you out there enjoyed that. And again, the theme of that, Coach, I'll let you kind of sum that up.
Sure.
Remember the key, and I love the message that you sent to the kids in the arbor, saying, look, we need to be able to remember our forefathers and why this country was formed and the foundations it was formed on.
Absolutely. One of the challenges we have of patriotism right now is because our children don't have anything to remember. My mom and dad was in the Navy, and my father-in-law was in the Army, and I wasn't born in ancient history, but I was born far enough back that the men that put it out there for our country to survive in the world wars, they were still living at that time. So we heard their stories.
Right.
And I wanted to say something, and I don't know if you remember, I guess you probably do. Well, I told the kids, I said, I want you to listen.
Oh, yeah.
Quit licking on your sucker and look up here, because I want to plant a memory in your mind. And I read, I don't know, a dozen, I guess, of our forefathers that are in, that we've heard those names. I could have done 200 of them.
I know.
But I took, President Washington, Jefferson, Ben Franklin, the Adams guys that were president, John Hancock, and I read a quote from every one of them that said, in their words, that they were a Christian and that they followed Jesus Christ, trying to make a point that this country was built on faith in Jesus Christ. You say Jesus Christ now in the school system, and they'll fire you. And I used the illustration. You remember the California coach, and his team kneels in the middle of the field after the game to say the Lord's Prayer. This coach gets 30 yards from that, and by himself gets on his knee and says a silent prayer, and they fire him for it. And you can't wear crosses to school, and you can't wear T-shirts that talk about Christ. And here was our own forefathers talking about they were
freedom
founding this country.
I mean, isn't that, here's what, when you were saying all of that, I know those radical groups out there that don't want any Christianity in schools or anything around that. But if a person wears on their own accord a shirt with Jesus on it or a cross, is that violating some dress code?
Well, I absolutely don't think so.
Well, I mean, when did we?
But you know what that goes eventually, where that comes to? You offended my child.
Well, how did that?
Wearing that offend my kids?
This is not offensive language.
No.
Look, this is not, crude and vulgar, scenes on a shirt. Look, I understand you have rules and regulations inside of school. We both worked in schools for 25, 30, 35, 40 years. I get all that, but that's no different than wearing a sports team. I mean, if you wanna break it down, like, okay, I may not like that team you pull for. Well, okay, does that offend me? I don't like them. I don't pull for them. But I don't go around saying, well, you can't wear that shirt into school because that's the team I don't pull for.
So you can
that, to me,
you can use a reason on employees, but you should not be able. I agree with you. You shouldn't be able to use that same logic on another kid that wants to wear a T-shirt.
I don't see how that's even legal. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. To me, you got a case because the last time I checked, we do still live in a free country, and we do still have, freedom of speech in this country within certain. Look, we all follow rules and regulations. Let me repeat that again. But if I'm wearing a shirt that says Jesus lives, well, okay, I like to wear my shirt that says Jesus lives, and you may be of another religion and you may not agree, but that's not offending you. And just like the same thing with let's just say a Detroit Lions T-shirt and a Chicago Bears T-shirt. Well, the Detroit Lions and Chicago Bears fans don't like each other.
That's right.
But they don't ban the Detroit Lions fans from coming in the stadium and pulling for their team.
And I absolutely agree. I'm with you 1,000%. But I think it's an effort to erase our memory.
We need to squash that.
Well, I can tell you what they're going. What happens on that. So you got this parent that says we're agnostics, or let's say we're from an Eastern religion. Okay, this is what we do. This is a public school that my tax is going to. This is the government, and you are allowing this religion to be advertised in your school, and I, as a citizen, sending my kids to this school, say that you should not expose my child to that. You have made a rule that says this is allowable, when I say that as a institution of the government, the school system, you shouldn't have it. And I will die disagreeing with it.
What?
And I have fought it. But that's what they're going to say.
The school didn't make that person wear that shirt, nor did they issue some type. I mean, I know there's schools that have, if you want to do that, then implement a uniform for everybody to wear, which that happens in certain schools.
It does.
So or a certain dress code that you say this, that, and the other. But this is the whole conversation we're having right now is what's wrong with this country.
I agree with you, man.
So
I'm with you 1,000%.
We have absolutely blurred every line, and everybody's so offended by everything.
Amen.
It's not offended. It's just because you don't agree, you want to say, well, that offends me. So I just don't.
And you can't do it.
I can't. Now I'm going to affect what you do as a person, which to me goes against the grain of everything that we have in this country, what we were founded on. Period.
And the purpose of the message was to say, this nation that we live in, where you get down on your you put your head down and you do not salute our flag. Well, you turn around and face the other way, or burn. We had our flag burned on the 4th of July in some of our cities and stuff. That kind of mentality is an effort to go against the truth, which is the people that formed this country did it with a foundation of faith in Jesus Christ. And somehow we're trying to teach our children to not to forget it, but to never know it.
That's right.
And we need to tell them. And I wanted to plant a memory to the old man that got up there.
How can you have respect for a country or anything if you don't know how it originated?
Of course.
You can't have respect or knowledge of anything if you didn't know it existed.
That's right.
So, again, like you said, the fight is, which is absurd in itself.
It's absurd.
But the fight is to keep that information in front of our next generations so they understand who our leaders were.
Of course.
How the country was founded. You can't support something that you don't know anything about.
Agreed.
So,
Right.
but we can keep going on that, and we're going to
For
run out of
weeks
time.
and years.
Yeah. All right. So before we get off the air, I do want to talk about a very special event that took place in Birmingham.
Thank you.
Wesley, one of my good friends, your son, competed in the Transplant Games of America, and man, awesome. He personally had a wonderful games. Won the gold medal in tennis, men's singles tennis, and won the bronze. Team Alabama won the bronze in basketball. But man, 3,000 plus participants in this game in these games this past week. Got closing ceremonies coming up, I believe, tomorrow as we film this show on Tuesday. But just kind of your take on everything.
Well, our family's got personal investment in this whole thing, and it was a tremendous blessing, unbelievable. And all these participants that had transplants, and I don't know how many were heart transplants like Wesley's. A lot of kidney and liver and cornea transplants and all of that. But it was very much like an Olympics. Each state had a team. Some of them were huge.
Right.
And they'd come in together and they'd wave to everybody. And then they brought in the donors, the families of the donors and the living donors. They marched in. There's probably 1,000, 1,500 of them. Wow. And, of course, they're the heroes of the whole thing.
Doubt.
They're the ones that gave a part of their own body so that somebody else could live. And it was very impressive. We had speakers. And then the competition, and I mean, you know, it was pretty great from a old coach's perspective. Everybody played hard to win, but there was a camaraderie and a sportsmanship that you wish you saw in all of our sports in this country. You know, guys hugging each other arm in arm after the competition was over.
Well, because they've been through a bigger battle than what just went on in that sport.
Yeah, and we talked about remember being the message.
That's awesome.
Everybody it was at the Legacy Arena. Everybody in that arena was pulled together by a single remembrance of an event, and I was one of them. I relived those moments in there with Wesley at the hospital, and to see him, I'm trying to keep my cool now, but to see him after it hasn't even been 2 years to get up there and play in a tennis tournament at a high level, to give effort, to be out there playing a sport again.
What a wonderful accomplishment.
It was fantastic, and
the
we were just thrilled today.
Well, the lows of being in a hospital room facing what he faced,
not knowing
what the future holds.
Oh no, that's right.
Literally not even 2 years later winning a gold medal. Unbelievable.
You're back to where you were.
Maybe better.
All thanks to God.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a miraculous experience, and it's the reason I'm at Cornerstone.
Right.
I told God, I said, I'd sure like to try to pay you back for all. And I got this opportunity, and I said, I know where I'm supposed to be.
Well,
and it was life-changing for all of us.
For
every single one of us, our life was literally changed.
It changed our lives, too. Everybody,
I know it did, and we appreciate
families,
that.
No, it didn't.
We really did.
No appreciation. It did. Yeah. I mean, for the betterment of all of us. So, great.
But he's hurting today now.
Well, he's a little sore.
In a good way.
A little sore. He'll take that soreness.
He'll take that.
Over
yes, he will.
What he had 2 years
I like
ago,
to get him to come on here once.
Well,
week
we talked about that.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Thank you. That's good. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we want to tell everybody thanks for watching every week, listening to us. That's going to wrap up another action-packed show. We didn't have enough time to get to some of the other things, but hey, guess what? We're gonna have another show next week, so we'll carry it over. I can't wait. So, but thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks to our sponsors. We'll be back with you next week for another Inside Cornerstone.
God bless you all.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
For
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
The good guys at Alex City Marine are ready for your boating needs all summer. And now you can get up to $4,500 in rebates on our huge selection of new Landau Tritoons and sacrifice pricing on remaining 23 models. Alex City Marine also has a new fleet of rental boats for fabulous days on the water, whether it's service, new pontoon selections, or rental boats. See the pros the locals know. Alex City Marine on Cherokee Road in Alexander City or online at alexcitymarine.com.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.